So suppose you're playing Farming Simulator 25 and you've been cutting down a lot of trees like I have here, but you're getting close to running out. How do you replant trees? Or what if you just want to plant some in a field so you'd have a big field of trees to harvest for your farm? Well, let me show you how to do that to get some more trees so you can use for your sawmill or whatever other tree production you are using, such as this little sawmill here. Okay, if you go to the menu under forestry and go over, you'll see tree planters. Okay, and there's two types. First one we're going to look at is this one. Now what you want to do, if you're playing with a controller, you can press in on the right joystick and it will show you the right kind of saplings to get for that. So what we're going to do is purchase this. Okay, looks like this, and it plants trees. You need a 120 horsepower tractor to pull it, and you're going to need to put some of these in there. Now take note, the default here is the American elm, so you get to pick up on the top left there. You can scroll through different types of trees. What I happen to put in here is lodgepole pine. Okay, but you can pick whatever you want and grow whatever you want. And that's how you pick it. Okay, once you get your tree planter loaded with the saplings, the correct one that you want, you hooked it to a tractor, you just go to a field and you can start planting these. And what I'm going to do is let the AI do it, just so you can see how it works. And look at that, he is off and planting trees. Puts them a set distance apart. When I do this, I just let the AI do it. And I got it on buy, so I don't have to replenish my saplings. And there you go. What I'm going to have when it's done is a field full of sapling trees that are going to grow. And it's going to take them a couple of years to get big enough to harvest. A couple of game years, maybe 3. Okay, check out our field. All of our saplings are planted in here, and this is what they look like. They're like taller than me. So they're more than 6 feet, even though they look small. So they're planted, they'll start growing. Now be sure before you plant these that your field conditions are good. This field has been limed and fertilized, so it's ready to go, and these are going to sprout up. But there you go. Nice tree saplings. In 2 or 3 years, I'll be able to cut these down and take them to the sawmill for profit. All right, let's move on to the next type of planting trees. Okay, suppose you want to plant trees not necessarily in rows in a field, but in different places, and maybe use a different kind of trees. You're going to need an apparatus like this. Let me show you on the menu. If you go to forestry again, under excavators, or another way to find it, if you go to tree planters, this way you can't mess up. And we looked at the first one there, the Damcon already. That's for a field, okay? If you do this one, okay, this is the one we're going to use right here for sporadic planting of trees. Okay, now if you own controller and you push in on the right joystick, it's going to show you the things that go with that. So you need one of these, the excavator, and also the saplings. The saplings are different than the ones we saw on the other one, so don't get the wrong ones. I like to go in through this way, that way I don't mess it up. And you get to pick what choice of tree you want in the top left there. Okay, so we have an apparatus here. We got the excavator for $260,000. We got this little gizmo for $67,000. And then we got a little pallet of tree saplings. Okay, let's jump in here and see if we can hook this up. Okay, one more mention. When you're looking at the excavators, when you go to purchase this thing, it comes with a grappling hook like this. Okay, there's 3 types of this. And you got this gizmo. What you want is the fast coupler. That's this. All right, fast coupler, and that's what we have right here. So what we're going to do then is pull up from the side with the hoses on it. It's a little finicky getting it in the right spot. Okay, there we got it. Okay, now once you get that in the right spot, I'm going to go over to our tree saplings and we're going to load them in there. Okay, let's go try this thing in action. Okay, I got this bare field here because I want you to see. It's hard to see in the grass if this thing is working or not. So what you're going to do is get into where you want the tree, lower it down. Now you got to be sure that this thing is level, okay? That part flat. Okay, if you're using a controller, you're going to hit LB and A. And it just planted a tree. Look at that. Isn't that cool? So you go over here. Once again, you lower it down. If you don't have it perfectly square with the ground, though, it won't work. You'll get it like now, I think. See? Tree planter not square with the ground. So you got to look at it a little bit because this is a little more sloped. Oops. Angle this just a little bit so it's square with the ground. Now it plants a tree. There you go. And that's how you do it with this apparatus here, the big excavator. And you just put them wherever you want. They don't have to be in rows. They can be random. Let me show you another way. Now this is the cheapest way because those per tree are going to be cheap, but you got to wait for them to grow. Okay, if you go to construction menu under landscaping and go over to trees, you can actually purchase trees. Maybe you want your farm to look a certain way. Okay, I could pick this tree here for $1,800 and you can just plant that, and you can pick another one. So if you're designing a farm, maybe you're just want your farm to look a certain way, not necessarily to buy and sell. But if you put these into production, like these large pole pines here, you might be able to come out. But you probably not want to do this for money because you're paying $2,700 for that thing. But this is a great if you just want to plant some trees around your house, just to dress up your farm. That's a quick way to do it. And you don't have to purchase this thing just for a few trees here and there. So that's it. That's how you plant trees, 3 ways. You've got the field way where you can plant trees with this planter here. You got the big excavator way. And then, of course, you have the construction mode under landscaping where you can plant trees. So that's it. I'm Farmer Teacher. If you like this, share it with your buddies and hit that subscribe button and the like button. And I'll see you on the next go-round. Bye-bye.